I'm gonna give him a second. I'm gonna give him a second to try to kill it. I'm going to give them a second. But just in case this only ends up being a 2-minute stream or something, there's a book called Of Mice and Men by American author John Steinbeck. American author John Steinbeck. American author John Steinbeck. (1937). It's an excellent short story. It's short because I'm calling it a short story. It's a novella. But it's a really interesting examination of moral obligations and whatnot. And it comes from the title of the book. Comes from the saying. It's an old saying. The title is taken from Robert Burns' poem "To a Mouse," and the line goes, "The best laid schemes of mice and men often go awry." I remember we read this in high school. Hi, Miss Oots. It stuck with me because the word awry, she placed a whole great deal of emphasis on, especially when she spoke. She's an excellent teacher. I hope she stuck with it. She's excellent. Ms. Oots. I don't even know her first name. I just know she was an English honors teacher at Lee Summit North High School in the year 2003. 2002 and 2003. And an excellent teacher. And probably deserves an award if she hasn't gotten one. Sorry, I got it because of what's going on here. I gotta keep an eye on the situation. It's hilarious, and the games the rats play for me are starting to get fun. What does that mean, CIA? You know what is really actually, if you want to live an exciting life, have yourself targeted by the retards who run the intelligence agencies and watch their plans get foiled. There is no greater sense of adventure than to watch them not only come up with elaborate schemes, but then fail just right at the very end. Fail miserably as soon as you put everything together. And so the one that I want to talk about right now, I just got to get off my chest because it is live. It's happening right now. I'm reporting on the failure of a plan, of a scheme, concocted and executed over the course of several weeks. I'm watching it fall apart. And it's such an interesting phenomenon that I don't even think the people involved are aware that the scheme has failed. because of what I did by putting everything together. And then, so let me lay it out for you. Okay. Apparently, many of them aren't not watching these. They could gain a lot of information if they had, I guess, the intellect, information from, like, if you just listen to what I'm saying, you would know that I'm aware that there are a specific amount of people who are trying to, quote unquote, get into my private property. Now, over the past several weeks, this has been the case, that it's either staking out of or attempting to like break a lock or guess in a combination, or because there's a locker. The way it works is there's a bed, and then you have a certain amount of space in a locked cage, a locked place for storage that you can put a lock on. You can put any lock on it, or you could put the one they issue, which is a small, simple combination lock that can very easily be compromised. But if you don't have, if you're homeless and you don't have money, you got to deal with what you got. So I started by noticing there's several components to this. I started by noticing, and I wish I had a diagram. It would be more interesting if I had a diagram. Let me see if I can possibly launch Blender without without losing it. There's also this new world. The way they have people pretending to be crazy. The way they have all these people pretending to be fucking insane, pretending, is also interesting. It's just interesting. I'm like studying human behavior. I think I'm like, maybe I'm a messenger from the great beyond, and my purpose here is to report back to the highest God, the highest archon, and give information as to what's going on down in the details. Down, you see the forest for the trees, all that stuff. Maybe that's my role. It's just like it's like studying animals, studying children's play. You ever watch children at play and you see how things are going and how something could potentially a certain outcome? I'm literally like watching children, and it's kind of sad in a way. Some of them are not. Some of them are older than me. A lot of them are older, like age-wise. They're not. Anyway, let's see if this will crash it. Let's say if this smaller. I just want something really, really basic. Really basic. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do this. Something small. Something small like a penis. Don't need that. Don't need that. And see. Still doing okay. Still doing alright. I think I'm doing alright. I think I'm doing alright. Alright. Here we are. Scale on X. So we have a bed. And then we have another bed. Let's say we have 3 beds. Alright. Down one. Alright. Let's say we have 3 beds. Okay. The first bed on the upper left is mine. No. Yes. Let's have 4 beds. No, let's just do this. Alright, so the one in the dead center is my bed. That's my bed. And over here is my neighbor, and over here is a neighbor. This is a homeless shelter, okay? And as I said, underneath the bed, so the bed's it's limited space. It's like army style stuff. There's certain rules that they try to implement and exercise that involve orderliness, but because American society is so devoid of morals and meaning and logic, there's a whole lot of not doing that. And you can tell there's one staff member who is their emphasis on orderliness is obvious because they're smart. That's like being intelligent and having a sense of like organization and orderliness. Those things go together, and you can tell that this person suffers a lot. Although this person thinks they're a part of something wonderful or whatever, they'd be better off abandoning certain ideologies and beliefs about human society and human nature, especially beliefs about human nature that might tend to veer left. Might be better off using that instinct of reason and getting the GTing the FO, because their talents would be better served elsewhere. Anyway, so this is my bed. This is neighbor 1, and this is neighbor 2. Neighbor 2 is an army person, undeniably. Undeniably. I don't think I've talked to a couple of these people who will deny that they're in the service or that they've done anything involving service. But I know. I've been around vets. I've been around people. Been around plenty of people, and you can smell it on them. And this guy, in particular, was probably because of how stupid he is, was probably dishonorably discharged, I would guess, or something. He probably did something stupid because he's so stupid. He's still doing things that are very stupid. So this is the bed. When I say that the army guy is right across, like you can reach across. There was a point in my life, probably not now. There was a point in my life when I could ejaculate that far. My ejaculation would, I could have, that's how close he is. That's how there's enough room to walk here, barely. And the storage, your space is your bed plus underneath your bed, the cot, like basically a cot or a little better than a cot, twin size bed. Okay. Now, for about a week and a half, this guy, out of nowhere, the army guy, out of nowhere, because he's always fucking tweaker mind, always up to shit. Out of nowhere, he is having all his best buds, his best friends, other army people, over at his bed to have a sleepover. I think I mentioned this in a stream. He's hanging out, four dudes hanging out at one twin-size bed, sitting on it, sitting next to it. Whatever they're up to, be better done at a table or something, but for whatever reason, and remember, this is all on camera. There's a camera off to the right here. There's multiples, but anyway. I gotta keep. Okay. The maintenance of your personal space and your personal items is important, especially when you have nothing, right? So that's why the importance of the lock. However, when it comes to, keep in mind, what are we doing, kids? We are attempting, and succeeding over the course of over almost a year and a half now. We are why is that not fucking working? We are avoiding the staging of a crime. Why are we avoiding the staging of a crime? Because I posted a banner of George Floyd with a noose around his neck in defense of the First Amendment in June 27th or 28th of 2020 during the COVID George Floyd riots. I am proud to have done that, and I would do it again. There are communist insurrectionists all over this fucking country whose mind is broken by the communist mind virus, and those people occupy positions even inside the federal government, the armed forces. Stupid, anti-freedom, commie-loving faggot fucks all over. And then there's other elements to it which involve paying people off, which is it's a terrifying reality. But that's how when who was it that said that don't go talking to me, I am busy. Buddha, who was it that said the communists to say I think the larger plan was to make sure that all Americans are so dumb that they can't think at a high enough level as I am doing. To make sure that everyone below a certain level is not capable of thinking, of using their brain. That's what it depends on. Because at a certain point, you can just pay someone to go, duh, okay, duh, okay, duh. But there's still thinking people out there, and they're still able to put certain things together. Communist quote, without firing a bullet. Communist quote, without firing a bullet. Nikita Khrushchev. Khrushchevs. Come on, bitch. I ain't got all day. The quote is from Khrushchev, or variations of "We will destroy you from within" is frequently attributed to Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev, with claims of it being said on November 18th, 1956, during a reception at the Polish embassy in Moscow. Interesting. We will take America without firing a shot. 1956. Okay. Talk about decades of planning. This is happening live. It's happening live. How is it happening live? Because the American mind is fertile soil. The American mind is fertile soil, has a lot of childlike, let's say, aspects to it. And we're not old enough as a nation. We will be. We will continue to renew. We will continue to water the tree of liberty with the blood of tyrants. We will continue to water the tree of liberty with the blood of tyrants. I fucking promise. Now, let's get back to avoiding the staging of a crime. Let's actually go by retarded communists. Why is that not? Oh, I have to have. That's gay. By retarded nigger. Why you have to say because fuck your mother, that's why. Communist faggot fucks. Communism is a childish dream. I mean, you're seeing it play itself out. If you're wondering like I have been, like why did everything go so fucking crazy and stupid? Because communism started in full swing in 2015 and 2020. Communism is itself a subordinate, childlike mentality. And okay. Over the course of several weeks, not only was neighbor 2 have all his fucking gay friends hanging out by his bed in very close cum shot proximity to mine. It's apparent that they're up to something. It's very, very clear and apparent when somebody is up to something. Over the same course of time, neighbor one, oh, where am I? Okay. Neighbor one, who I became acquainted with when I first got here. He and his girlfriend, both, I immediately developed a positive rapport with these two people, because these two people, there's something about them that was familiar. They remind me of, I'm just going to use, because race is such a fucking commie fucking lingo bullshit. There's a couple of black people who are like, who are into, I don't know, just, you know. Okay. The fuck? The fuck? You have to say something, don't you? Yeah, I had to say something. Okay. Okay, you go. You go, girl. A couple black folks who, they just seem chill, and we, you know, there was another guy here at the time who was like, I'm gonna make friends with these people. They seem like people that I would be comfortable being friends with. That was it. This is it. But if you know the state of things, being paid to do something, despite any previously established whatever, money talks, yada yada. Okay. So neighbor one, who I'm familiar with, as like personality-wise, starts having a bunch of people come over to his bed right next to mine. The whole time, I'm thinking, the whole fucking time, I'm like, oh, they're just, like, they've set up some reason to get somebody to try to catch my signal. The whole time, I'm like, every time I'm at my bed, I'll go to my bed, and then the traffic will start. It's the exact same traffic you would see outside of a fucking drug house. If you're staking out a fucking drug house to see if there's a dealer living there. If you get where I'm going, it's that kind of traffic. The whole time I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about drugs. Fuck Travis County. I don't give a shit about drugs. Drug laws are the stupidest, the dumbest. No, there should not be. Nobody, no human on earth should be concerned with what another human puts in their fucking body. Fucking period. You might need to regulate the commerce aspect, which is a practical approach, which I understand that point. But in terms of like small, like if a fucking homeless dude is selling drugs, let the fucking homeless dude sell drugs. When he buys a house, that's when you go, okay, you need to chill out. Okay? Fucking mind your own fucking business. Regardless, it turns out today or yesterday that this theatrical bullshit, this fucking theatrical bullshit with people who are not, and I thought it was just weed. You know, like, I don't care. Like, you can smell weed. I don't give a fuck. If I had money, I might have just asked him for a fucking nickel bag or something, or a fucking blunt, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It might be nice to actually have some green just in my possession. Just in case. It's always been the case. I stopped smoking weed religiously in my early 20s, but I made it a point to keep some just in case. It's a good thing to have around, just in case. So in case you have company over who might want, like my sister, like, I've got a little bit. I always had a little, always kept a little bit. And it doesn't, that's not the point of this fucking story. My mind is in two different places, though. Because I think the big reveal is happening because I started streaming and talking about it. Maybe not. Who the fuck knows? Langley, I don't fucking know. I can only report on what I'm seeing with my own eyes. It turns out, so yesterday, neighbor number one, while I'm at my bed, again, keep in mind that everything that, because it's theatrical, it has to be, because you can't enter into someone's mind. You can't place a concept or an idea into someone's mind without staging it, which is why this word is in here. Staging, theatrics, all that stuff. It's performative. And it's how the Jews, the commie Jews, have managed to fucking usurp America, is through the fucking theater of the screen, to get your mind to think a certain way. Okay. Now, that's why when certain important key details of the narrative are transpiring, I have to be at my bed in order to hear it or fucking pay attention to it or whatever. I do tune a lot of things out, but there's certain things you can't avoid. Okay. Yesterday, while I'm at my bed, neighbor number one apparently got caught. I've never fucking heard of this. I've never even fucking heard of it. And this is why all the novel aspects of it are like, okay, that's like pattern recognition revolves around novelty. I've never in a year and a half heard of somebody getting kicked out for getting caught selling drugs. Like, I've heard like maybe getting kicked out for 24 hours for getting caught doing drugs, but for selling them, it was fucking weird, and it was theatrical. It didn't seem real, and it seems like fucking it's all acting. Everything about my fucking life, by and large, looks as though, it appears to me as though a substantial amount of the people near me are acting. And I know the difference between a legitimate, organic human behavior and acting. It's something that I've always been, it's again, 20 plus years working in a fucking restaurant. There's no more way to ingratiate yourself with human nature than to interact with someone through the process of being hungry and then being happy after their tummy is full, and needing a drink and then having a drink, like being sober and then being intoxicated. Like, for 20 motherfucking years, people of all human beings, probably as many as in the millions, because all I did was interact with humans. Okay? If you want a psychology degree, it should be a requirement that you spend 5 years as a server in a restaurant. A fucking requirement. So he gets kicked out, and he comes back today. So I guess instead of like kicking him out, like, he comes back to get his stuff. And this is something I've witnessed several times. When somebody gets kicked out, they have a few minutes while a security guard watches them gather their things. That's the way it goes. Another novel thing. This guy comes back to get his stuff, and he's sitting there going through his shit for over an hour while a security guard stands by. For over a fucking hour. I'm like, what is going on? I'm just laying there pretending to sleep. what the fuck is happening? And I start to put it all together. Neighbor 2 and his boys, the fucking CIA Army guys, were trying to figure out how, not just a way to get into the locked cage underneath the bed, but to plot out a way to plant something. It's gotta be planting something. Like, I'm still trying to work it out right now by thinking about it and looking at it. You have to be trying to plant something. And I don't know. What else? Because remember, it's all about staging a crime. Staging a crime. Army personnel, Department of Defense, human beings, staging a crime. Okay? Communist insurrectionists staging crimes. It's the only thing that makes sense. And so there are operands inside of this logistical process. Oh, here comes an interesting byproduct. Maybe. Hold on, I have to study this human behavior. Time to study this human. Can you hear me? Are you listening? Can you hear me? I think he can hear me. Interesting. Anyway, it all dawned on me. I was like laying there like, what the fuck is going on here? He's quote unquote getting kicked out for quote unquote selling drugs. To people, by the way, I didn't mention it, to people who, like random ass people who would not even interact with him. Like, it wasn't just like, hey, it's my boy. Oh yeah, and by the way, guess how many of them were fucking gang stalkers that I know are gang stalkers? Every fucking one of them. Oh, you're getting kicked out? Oh, that sucks, man. Oh, shit. Okay, so I'm putting it together like, okay, if it's about planting something and plotting the way that everything is set up, where to put something that you're planting or whatever, and then the things being obscured by camera view, and like I'm putting all this together. I'm like, I don't know what exactly it is, but bing, here's a surefire way to disrupt whatever the fuck it is. Here it is. It all fucking dawned on me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up. Whatever is taking what would have normally been being expelled after 10 minutes of a security guard waiting for you, not giving you an hour, but just 10 minutes or so. In a normal situation, it would have been 10 minutes. But now that it's been an hour, they're clearly waiting for something. It's probably me to get up or something. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to move this process along. But I'm not, this isn't fucking, it's not fucking happening. It's not fucking happening. It's not fucking happening. What I do, because I don't have the things that I value, first of all, material possessions, they're in my backpack. I keep a steady fucking inventory of what's in my backpack. I know what's in my backpack. I know if anybody's been to my backpack. I I do have things I would like to not get stolen, but because everything I've ever had has been stolen, I'm rather desensitized to that as well. And so what did I do? I just took everything. I was like, okay, let's do this. So what I did was I pulled out everything from underneath my bed. So he's over here. By the way, he's getting kicked. He's like getting kicked out, and he's spending an hour, an hour. He's over here, and he's just taking his precious fucking time. So I decided I'm going to get up and do this thing, and I get up and I look over, and there's a fucking trash can sitting here. So that's part of the theatrics. For whatever reason, there's a trash can. I look, and he's pulling clothes out of the trash can, as though he had accidentally put clothes in the trash can. The fuck is that? Maybe he accidentally threw away a bunch of clothes that he didn't want to throw away. Okay, but it's gone on and on. So what I do is I take every single item, make sure everything is in clear view of the camera, put all of my possessions as though, sitting on the bed as though it's a free-for-all. Sitting on top of the bed as though, if anybody wants to plant something or steal something, you're more than welcome to. And then I open my cage up, I pull it out, and I open it up, and I take the lock. So there's just an empty fucking cage with the fucking hatch open, sitting right in front of the bed. And all of my possessions, free and open. Whatever you want to do, go for it, and go for it on camera. If you want to plant something, go for it. What's going to happen if you manage to sneak something illegal into my property? I'm going to go back and go through everything. I'm going back and I'm going through it, and I'm going to discard anything illegal. I might even fucking call the police if there's something illegal that got planted on camera in my fucking property. Who the fuck knows? But whatever sneaky weeks long bullshit they were getting up to, sorry guys. Sorry, not sorry. And by the way, fuck communism. Fuck communists. Fucking retards. This, I mean, like I said, it's ongoing. I still have to go back and put my shit and take inventory. But I just wanted to share that with the world. And I'm more than willing to bet that Quantico or Langley conceived of this brilliant plot that obviously, this brilliant plan that has gone awry. Oh, Lord. God bless America. Bye.